Hey everybody, if you can believe it, 2022 is almost over. I cannot. It is going by so fast. But that means that there is a stack of books that I want to try to read before this year is over. It's a large stack, but today I'm going to tell you about 7 of them. 7 books that I want to try to make sure I get done before the end of the year. So let's get started. Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's Russell with Ink and Paper Blog. How are you all doing today? As always, I hope you're happy, I hope you're healthy, I hope you're safe, and of course I hope you're reading an amazing book or 2 or 3 or 4. I have been reading up a storm, trying to get through things. You know, silly work keeps getting in the way of my desire to finish a book. So yeah, if that could stop, that would be fantastic. But I am reading a lot, and there is a stack of books sitting next to me that I definitely want to finish before the end of the year, and I'm here to tell you all about them. So get out your pen, your paper, your Goodreads, however you keep track of your TBR. If you are so able, I encourage you to get these books from local independent bookstores. This is that time of year. You know they need us now more than ever. Or if you're a library user, get your library to get you a copy. I am a firm believer of the library app on my Kindle. I've been taking it everywhere, checking out books, and it has been fantastic. So the first book I want to tell you about is Which Side Are You On? Now, I have started reading this one and the next one already. So I am one step ahead by Ryan Lee Wong. This is out from Catapult Books. And so this book is the story of Reed. He's 21 years old and he has been really affected by this act of violence where an Asian American police officer killed a black man. And that has really spawned him to drop out of college and become very active in the Black Lives Matter movement. And he really feels like a passion for what he is doing. And he arrives home and he starts talking to his mom, and she was a member of the Korean Black Coalition, and she starts to challenge his ideas regarding what he's doing, his purpose, his intention. And it's almost philosophical in nature. Their relationship, it's really real. Like their conversations have a real sense of groundedness in reality, but there's also sort of this upper philosophical tone to what they are talking about that I'm finding poetically magical. I'm just really loving it so far. I believe so. Ryan Lee Wong was born in Los Angeles, but he lived for 2 years at the Ancestral Heart Zen Temple. That is, and I think he currently lives in New York. And you sort of see that in his writing. You sort of see that sense of self and sense of connection. And yeah, I'm really excited about this book. I think this book is going to be one that you can read and really talk with people. So looking for a book club book, I think this will be a great one. So that's Which Side Are You On by Ryan Lee Wong. Thank you, Catapult. Oh, you sent me the ARC, but I bought myself the finished copy because I wanted it so bad. So definitely getting to that one. Another book on my list of things to pick up, but one that I am currently in the, I don't know, I'm probably 1/3 of the way through, Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver. This is out from Harper. This is a chunkster of a book. Yeah, it is so good so far. So it's Barbara Kingsolver's reimagination of David Copperfield, so very clever in all of that, set in Appalachia. We meet Demon very young, and we find out that he is the child of a single woman, and she has problems with alcohol, problems with sort of self-worth in a lot of ways. And he is best friends with the grandson of his neighbors, and his life is really tough. He's very poor. His mom is struggling with everything. She winds up marrying a man who is not a father figure in the slightest. This causes issues. His mom winds up overdosing. He winds up in the foster system, and all of that starts to happen. And it's really, you know, like David Copperfield, Demon Copperhead is the story of a young boy in his life and overcoming the obstacles that that life is continuously throwing at him. It has actually been a while since I've read a Barbara Kingsolver novel, and I forget what a master she is. Character, place, time, all of it is so well developed. The characters are beautifully rendered. Heart-wrenching, lots of sort of trigger type stuff happens to this young boy, his mom, all of that kind of stuff. But just beautifully written, nuanced, fantastic. And that is Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver. Highly recommend. I'm reading this one with the audio as well. The audio is very, very good. Out from Harper. You can get your hands on it right now. Okay. This book has been on my list forever, and why I haven't read it, and now it won, did it win the Giller Prize, I believe? Ryan has told me to read it, and that's The Sleeping Car Porter by Suzette Mayr. This is out from Coachouse Books, yeah, I don't know why. Set in 1929, I believe, we meet Baxter. He is a black man working as a sleeping car porter on a train, and it's that time where like people don't even call him his name. I believe they call him George instead, but he answers because he needs the money. And then one night, when on a trip out west, the train stalls for 2 days. Well, the other part of Baxter is he is a closeted gay man. And when it says here, when he finds a naughty postcard of 2 men, Baxter's memories of longing are reawakened. Keeping the postcard puts his job in peril, but he can't part with it or his thoughts of Edwin Drew, porter instructor. So I've heard nothing but fantastic things. I'm super excited to read The Sleeping Car Porter by Suzette Mayr, out from Coachouse Books. Congratulations to Suzette on her win. And yeah, I'm very excited for that one. Okay. I decided that I always enjoy reading a thriller, and I don't read enough of them normally because they make me like sit on the edge of my seat all the time. But one that has been sitting on my shelf since it came out that I definitely want to get to is Hawk Mountain by Connor Habib. This is out from Norton. I don't know a ton about it. What I do know is it's the story of a man who is like on the beach with his son. I think he's a single dad. And one day a man walks up that he knows from high school, a man who bullied him. And this man sort of just like pushes his way into our main character's life, and things happen. Mayhem happens. I've heard it is a bit graphic at times, so if that's not your thing or you need a little bit of a warning before you get into it, I have been given that warning. But I also heard that it's like so good, so page-turnery, and yeah, I'm really excited to get to Hawk Mountain by Connor Habib, out from Norton. Thank you, Norton, for sending me this copy. I really appreciate it. I have read all of the books on the National Book Awards long list, except for one, and that's When We Were Sisters by Fatimah Asghar, and this is out from One World because it came out after the shortlist was announced, but this book sounds fantastic, and it does some stuff with style and form. Just so, let me see if I can, it's doing some fun stuff, very poetic in nature. I know that this is the story of 3 sisters, 3 Muslim American women growing up and sort of dealing with the fact that I believe that they become orphans, and all of them sort of respond to that differently. You have the one that decides to take over the role of parent. The youngest is in a different position. I can't remember. The youngest grapples with the incomprehensible loss of their parents as she also charts her own understanding of gender. And the middle sister is trying to really hold on to a sense of family that is slipping away. Yeah, I'm really excited about this. I think Bernie, who was on my Booker videos, really liked it. So I'm really excited for When We Were Sisters by Fatimah Asghar, out from One World. Thank you very much, One World, for sending this my way. A book that has come highly recommended, Anne Kingman, for those of you who know Anne from Books on the Nightstand. She works for Penguin Random House, and when I said that I had gotten this book, she definitely said it was fantastic, and that is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. Did this just win Book of the Month's Book of the Year award? Did I read that somewhere? I think it did. Don't quote me. You know how you think you see something in passing, but I've heard nothing but rave reviews about this book. Now, this one I need to take a little bit of help. So this is about Sam Massier. It's his junior year at Harvard. He exits a subway car and sees amid the hordes of people waiting on the platform Sadie Green. He calls her name. For a moment, she pretends she hasn't heard him, but then she turns and the game begins. A legendary collaboration that will launch them to stardom. These friends, intimate since childhood, borrow money, beg favors, and before even graduating college, they have created their first blockbuster, Ichigo. Overnight, the world is theirs. Not even 25 years old, Sam and Sadie are brilliant, successful, and rich. But these qualities won't protect them from their own creative ambitions and the betrayals of their hearts. Spanning 30 years from Cambridge to Venice Beach and lands in between and far beyond, is a dazzling and intricately imagined novel that examines multifarious natures of identity, disability, failure, and redemptive possibilities in play, and above all, our need to connect. So, sorry, the book decided to play around with me there for a minute. That is Tomorrow, Tomorrow, and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. I've heard nothing but fantastic things. I read The Storied Life of A.J. Thackeray, which I absolutely loved. And she had another book I read, title slipping my mind, Young Jane Young. So I've read 2 of her books, and I have liked them both very, very much. So I'm super excited about this one as well. Okay, last but not least, the 7th book on this list is a graphic novel that sits beside my bed. All of my graphic novels are on a shelf right next to my bed, and this one stares at me and says, Russell, why haven't you read it? And that's Our Colors by Gengoroh Tagame, translated by Ishii, and this is out from Pantheon. Now, my brother's husband was a duology that I loved. And this is the story of a young boy who is trying to find his way in the world. And he meets an older gay man, and that sort of shows to him the ability to be gay in Japan and what to do with it. And it's really about him coming to terms with who he is. And the artwork in these, I just love his sense of style. I just think he tells a story so beautifully. So that's Our Colors by Gengoroh Tagame. My Japanese is terrible. Translated by Ishii. And this is out from Pantheon as we speak. So that is 7 books that are out now that I want to try to get to by the end of the year. I'm going to try to hold them up, you know, and hopefully none of them fall on the floor, which happens so often for me. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. As always, I thank you so much for watching. If you are a return subscriber, I couldn't do this without you. Hopefully, we will figure out the phone issues I've been having. Got a new phone, and it has definitely been an adventure. If you are a return subscriber, I could not do this without you. Thank you so very, very much. I really, really appreciate it. If you are a new subscriber, please hit that bell. Please subscribe. It really helps me in the long run. As always, I encourage you to read globally, shop locally, and until next time, I wish you happy reading. Bye, everybody.